Hello, I'm trying something different today. I'm filming on the floor in kind of between my kitchen and living room because I have a lot of things that I wanted to share that I've purchased recently, either for use in my classroom or just here at home. So I think this is an okay angle. I just have my sofa table behind me, but also very first video on my brand new camera. I'm so excited. Thank you again so much, Katie. This is so exciting. Anyway, let's see if this improves the quality of my videos. I think it's still going to be mostly me doing that work, but anyway, I'm trying. Okay, so either A, I haven't filmed as much as I should have been filming, or B, did I say A? So B, I've been purchasing more than I should have been. Probably it's the filming. But anyway, I wanted to show you what has been coming in the mail for me. I showed you yesterday, or the last video, which was uploaded yesterday, that I got in the mail my camera case, my SD card, and a book that I first showed you upside down, and then I fixed that. Well, before that, I got a couple other deliveries. Like I said, a lot of these are for my classroom. So, what am I going to do with a bag full of ping pong balls, you ask? Glad you did. Okay, so these I'm going to use in my classroom, or it's going to be online first, but that's okay. Instead of having popsicle sticks with names on them or numbers for the kids, I'm going to use these instead. So each ping pong ball is going to have a number that corresponds to a child in my classroom, and I'm going to put these in like a fishbowl kind of bowl. Probably needs a little bit of a wider top on it, but when I call on a child, I'll reach in, grab out a number, and call it out. I just think it's so visually pleasing, and I think it will add a layer of excitement and engagement. I saw another teacher on a vlog or on Instagram or something use something similar, and I found these in all their pretty colors, and I know who it was. It was one of the presenters at the Teachers Pay Teachers conference, and she was sharing that that's what she did, and I just thought it was such a great idea. So I'll show you the finished product when it happens. That was the first thing that came. The second thing that came is probably not all that exciting to most people unless you're like me and you have a thing for papers and pens and all the things. So in other words, if you're a teacher, we're all addicted to stickers and pens. So I bought these, and they're just those little tabs that separate pages, and I was super excited because I was running out of my page dividers. So these are just the little ones that they're like little Postit Flags, and you can put those to divide areas of a notebook. So got those, 400 of them. They came in two little things, but also very much more space saving than getting the whole page protector, which you really don't need anyway unless you're going to jot notes on it, or the kind that have the pockets. Those are, I have a bunch of those, but this will do for what I needed it for. Okay, then came my books. So these two came in the mail yesterday, and I had pre-ordered these months ago, which is always exciting because, you know, something that you forgot that you ordered just shows up. So these are Ranger in Time, Attack on Pearl Harbor. I don't remember what number book this is. I'll insert it here if I remember. I want to say it's her 20th. Let me see. Oh, no, I might be way ahead of myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, yeah, I was way ahead of myself. This is the 12th book in the series. I have the first 11 finished and in my shop. I write questions for them that the kids can respond to while the teacher is reading aloud. They're called read aloud ride-alongs, and so the child has a trifold, just really simple, with the question that corresponds to the chapter. We look at the question before I read, then I read, and then we answer the question together. In another video, I'll tell you exactly how I grade those and how I what my expectations for my kids are. Anyway, this one will be in the store. I don't know if it'll be before we go back to school. Not exactly a hard read, but time consuming because I read it twice, so I can make sure I'm doing a good job. The second one, also a super cute series. Oh, this series, by the way, if you like the I Survived, these are very similar as far as the content of the historic events and also the level at which they're written for kids. My third graders had no problem reading, comprehending, listening to. Their high engagement on all these books, and also the I Survived are just a favorite series of mine. This series is super cute. This is the third one in the series, the Unicorn Diaries, and it's I don't know how new they are, but like the Owl Diaries are the Branches series, or imprint, I don't know what you call it. So the Owl Diaries, these guys, there's a couple other series that are in the Branches imprint. I don't know if I'm using that correctly. Anyway, this is the third in the series, and my kids love the Owl Diaries, and they are third graders. However, it's always fun to pick up a book just for fun, and it's easy for you to read, and you just enjoy it. There's nothing in the world wrong with that, in my opinion. So this says appeals to first and second graders. I would definitely extend that to third. My third graders love these. And reading level grade 2, and I would agree. Grade 2 or 3. Some of your high readers will pick this up just for fun, and they'll blow through it in one sitting, in one 20-minute sitting. Some of your struggling readers, I mean, because it is so much fun and the pictures are so enjoyable to look at, and the content is so current, like what, the kids talk about and say matches kind of how the unicorns talk, and it's just really cute. But because of that, your more struggling readers are going to try harder because these are just fun and they're going to really want to be able to read them themselves. Okay, so those are the two kids books that I've gotten recently. And then, hold on, let me make sure it's the right way. Yep, it is. This one came with my camera case and my SD card, and I've been wanting to read this book. The wait at the library was ridiculous, so I thought, for $7 or whatever, I'm just going to buy it. I think I paid something like that. I was going to tell you when this was published, 2019, so it's pretty new. It sounds really cute. The premise is, I'll just read the back. It says, Fixie has always lived by her father's motto, family first. And since her dad passed away, leaving his charming houseware store in the hands of his wife and children, Fixie spends all her time picking up the slack from her siblings instead of striking out on her own. The way Fixie sees it, if she doesn't take care of her father's legacy, who will? It's simply not in Fixie's nature to say no to people. So when a handsome stranger in a coffee shop asks her to watch his laptop for a moment, she not only agrees, she ends up saving it from certain disaster. To thank Fixie for her quick thinking, the computer's owner, Sebastian, an investment manager, scribbles an IOU on a coffee sleeve and attaches his business card. Fixie laughs it off. She would never actually claim an IOU from a stranger, would she? But then Fixie's childhood crush, Ryan, comes back into her life, and his lack of a profession pushes all of Fixie's buttons. As always, she wants nothing for herself, but she'd love Seb to give Ryan a job. No sooner has Seb agreed than the tables are turned once more, and a new series of IOUs between Seb and Fixie, from small favors to life-changing moments, ensues. Soon Fixie, Ms. Fix-It for everyone else, is torn between her family and the life she really wants. Does she have the courage to take a stand? Will she finally grab the life and love she really wants? It just sounds cute. And I was reading a little slowish because I have such a hard time finding the sweet spot when I'm reading with my glasses on. And this print is in white, so it was really hard. I'm not that bad at reading. Okay. This one I got when I went to Target the other day, I had to make a return for my son, and so I ran in and did that, and then, oops, I don't know how it happened, but pretty soon I found myself in the books. So this one is called Have You Seen Me? And it sounds really good. My favorite movie genre, I love comedies and, you know, silly movies. I love those, but I also love psychological thrillers. Not gory. Don't give me gory. Don't cut off any body parts. But I love psychological thrillers. So this one is exactly that. And I will attempt to read a little bit faster this time. It's in black print, so it might be easier. Okay, the back says, on a cold, rainy morning, I'm gonna try again. On a cold, rainy morning, finance journalist Allie Linden, yeah, it's not gonna be any faster, arrives soaked to the bone at her Manhattan office only to find that she's forgotten her key card. When her boss shows up, he's shocked to see her because, he explains, she hasn't worked there in 5 years. Allie knows her name, but is having trouble coming up with much beyond that. Though after a trip to the psychiatric ER, she begins to piece together important facts. I'm sorry, this is really hard. She lives on the Upper West Side. She's now a freelance journalist. She's married to a terrific man named Hugh. More memories materialize, and yet she still can't recall anything about the previous 2 days. Diagnosed as having experienced a dissociative state, I think that's what that says, she starts to wonder if it may have been triggered by something she saw, an accident, or worse. Okay, yeah, an accident or worse, or if a trauma from her childhood has risen to the surface. I'm sorry, I was reading down here at the same time. It's a struggle. Desperate for answers, Allie tries to track where she spent her missing days, but every detail she unearths points to an explanation that's increasingly ominous. And it's clear someone wants to prevent her from learning where those 48 hours went. In order to uncover the truth, Allie must dig deep into the secrets of her past and outsmart the person who seems determined to silence her. Oh, doesn't that sound amazing? I had 2 other books in my cart, but then I thought, get a grip, Lori. No, put them down, just take one. So this one looks really good. And I don't believe I've read any books by Kate White before. Says she was a former editor-in-chief of Cosmopolitan magazine and the New York Times best-selling and a New York Times best-selling author of the standalone psychological thrillers The Secrets You Keep, The Wrong Man, Eyes on You, Hush, and The Sixes, as well as 8 Bailey Wiggins mysteries. She lives in New York City. Sounds really good. Then, this video is getting kind of long, so I'll probably have to split it into 2. Then, in the mail, okay, so I went to the Teacher Heart Out conference. It was virtual, and it was for teachers, and it was very inspirational. I'm sure in person it's way even better, but gave me some really great new ideas I'm going to try in my classroom. My friend and co-teacher and I did it together. We didn't really do it together because we were at home on our computers, but we did the conference together. So as we're sitting on the conference, we noticed that they were having a sale on their things. So the conference was put on by the Right Stuff Chicks, and I know I completely goofed that up in another video, but I did fix it by putting their link up on the screen. But the rightstuffchicks.com is where you can go. They have a lot of things geared toward teachers, but some are not. I mean, and they have the cutest shirts. They're made on the Bella canvas, and they're shirts, and they're just so comfortable. So I think this, without doubt, is going to be our motto for the year: embrace the chaos. I love it's kind of a red pink on the teal. I just thought that was super, super cute. And then the other one I ordered, and my friend ordered another one that had to do with like not your average mom or something. It was super cute. But I loved this one. Oh my, okay, there we go. and it says, when you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine. And I just thought that was so super cute. Can you see it good? Anyway, super comfy t-shirts, and I just loved those. So that is it for what I've gotten from Amazon and Target recently. I also have well, no, that's not true. The things that didn't have to do specifically with teaching, except for these. But I also have a little bit of stuff I got in the Target dollar spot, so I will show that next. Okay, I didn't go crazy because we're not in person yet, and it's hard to know what you want or need until you get in your classroom. So I got one of these because these are always awesome for kids turning in papers or for collecting supplies and passing them around. They're $3. They're like made super tough. You can't bend them in or anything. So I got one of these, and then I got 3 of these, and I would have bought more had they had them. These were only $1. But what they are, and I think there's 50, no, 84. Oh, 84, okay, so 3 will go farther than I thought. These are those scratch-off stickers. So I actually have a product in my store, I'll link, and I show you, I give you directions in the product how to make scratch-off tickets for prizes yourself. And you use a combination of paint and, I want to say glue, I don't remember. But anyway, it's in the product description. Anyway, so you can make them yourself, but I thought, you know, for if I'm mailing anything, this might be the way to go rather than painting something on. I just didn't know if that sounded like a good idea in the mail with the heat that we have here. These you can stick on a, like a ticket prize. I can't think of my words right now. Like, congratulations, you were awesome today. Here's your scratch off ticket. See what you won. And then the kids will scratch them off, and it will say something like, wear no shoes for the day, or get to eat lunch with the teacher, something like that. This one on the back shows a pick your partner. That's kind of cool, where you could have the kids' names from your classes, and each time, I really like that idea. Each time you do an activity, you scratch off a new name, and that is your partner for whatever it is that you're doing. Another thing I saw another teacher do that I thought was super cute, I don't know that I'll have enough though, 84 times 3. Anyone? Anyway, I'll figure out that big number later, just kidding, 240 something. Anyway, the 250. The teacher that I saw on, I think she was on Instagram, she sent, or is going to send her kids in her class, her new class, a thing that says, look who's in our class. And then you have to scratch off the things to reveal all your classmates, which I thought was so cool. But if I end up with 30 kids, that's going to be insane, because that would be 30 times 30. That's a big number too. I would need a lot, not number 2, you know what I mean. I would need a lot more of these. So you can tell I work with 8-year-olds, can't you? My sense of humor is just way down there. Okay, then everybody knows, everybody who's a teacher knows about the dollar spot erasers. Okay, so they're super cute, and I use these for manipulatives in math when we're building arrays. I use them in games like that. I also use them as markers for any game that we're doing. But at $1 for 50, I think there's 50 in a thing. I'm not good with my numbers anymore. Also, I'm really not, because it's 60. I don't know what's wrong. Anyway, so if you can see in this one, it's little rocket ships and little astronaut guys, I think. Yeah, little astronaut guys and little rocket ships. So I got 2 of these, so I would have 60 of each. So with the combined 2, I'll have, since it's 60 in each, 30 of rockets, 30 of little guys, I'll have 60 of each. That's the way I do my math. Then I also got these little popsicles. They're so cute. There's 3 little colors, but the kids love to, the engagement just goes through the roof when you give them something cute to work with for building arrays. And I use these small group. We don't use them whole group. But I do use them also in my centers, like I said, for game pieces. Then we have, and I'm sure it's going to be the girls who love these, but not necessarily. They're little unicorns and, ooh, my camera got dark. Little unicorns and rainbows. Why did it get dark? It's kind of weird. Still recording. And then I got one more. So I got 2 of each of those. Got one more set, and it's popcorn and pizza slices. How cute is that? So the kids are gonna love those. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, I thought I was done, but I'm not. I also got pencils. So they're little pencils. Oh, somebody's coming home. Oh my goodness, it's that late. Hi honey, I'm making a video. Anyway, sitting in the middle of our floor. That's how it is these days. So I got 2 each of each kind. Then, anybody that knows little kids knows, this is really awkward with my husband standing here. That's okay. Anybody that knows little kids knows that they love an ice pack. Doesn't even have to actually be cold for them to love it. And I always get the hard plastic ones that they put out every year for like $1 for the lunch boxes. I always get a few of those to keep in my fridge freezer in my classroom. But look at these. These are the squishy ones, so I don't anticipate they'll last very long, but I'm going to give them a try. I'm going to have big talking to before. And of course, these will have to be, you know, decontaminated after every use, but that's fine. I would do that anyway. I do that anyway. So we have a watermelon ice pack, an apple ice pack, and an orange ice pack. I was gonna buy more, but then I thought, you know, I don't think these are gonna last all that long. So I'll get more of the hard ones, and those, the hard ones I just spray off, and they're easy to clean. Okay, the last thing I got in the Target dollar spot was this. Now this was $3, but there's 2 dry erase activity cubes. And I have a bunch of these already that already have writing on them for like who is the main character, what was the setting of the story, or in math, they work like dice where you'll have 6 on this one, 3 on this one, they have to multiply or add, or you can up the level of difficulty to differentiate by combining 2 sets of dice or whatever. So I just got these so I could make my own. I'm not sure how high quality the dry erase will be. The dogs are barking. Sometimes the dry erase, it's really hard to get off, so I don't know how long these will last, but for $3 I thought I'd give it a try. Okay, that is all. I still have to talk about the books that I've read, but I will do that in another time because this video has already gone on and on and on. I hope that you found something that you can use from this video, be it a book that you might want to read or something for your classroom. But thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you found anything remotely entertaining or useful, and consider subscribing. I appreciate it. Thanks. Bye-bye.